Hey everybody, it's about that time. What do you think? Let's take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. This ought to be a real thirst quencher. To be honest with you guys, I have had this beer multiple times at several different beer festivals. I've poured for the River Company before. I know the head brewer there, Mike, and he is an awesome guy. He really is. Really nice. And they have a great brewery up there, and they're out of Bradford, Virginia. And real nice setup they got there. Great food they had there. I've eaten there before. Very nice place. If you're in the Radford, Virginia area, you ought to stop by there and check it out. They have a lot of their stuff that's not being canned or bottled yet. This is the first offering that I've seen, and I ran across Mike and at the Micro Festivus we had a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me that they had this in cans, and he had some there that I seen in cans. I'm going, I need to get me one of those. So when I was out at the Barrel Chest, I seen it on the shelf. I said, well, it's time to do a review of this one. This is a very light, easy drinking, and I call these lawnmower beers. If you're out cutting the grass or working in the yard or whatever, and then like it is today, it's about 90 degrees out there. A really good thirst quencher. And this is brewed with peaches and apricots. So it's very light drinking. It's 5% ABV. It's not going to knock you down if you drink one or two of these and go back to work or what you were doing. Very nice. I don't have the IBUs on this, but I don't think it's very big. Neither side has it, and I very rarely go to the brewery's websites when I'm reviewing these beers. Probably should, but I just don't, guys. Like I said, this is brewed by the River Company Brewery. Peachicot Blonde Ale, ale with natural flavors added. Peachicot is a refreshing blonde ale made with brewer's malts, hops, and water from the New River with subtle flavors of peach and apricot. Peachicot provides just a hint of fruit sweetness. And let's see what it has on the can here. 5% alcohol. And it's got a big crate of peaches here on the front. And they just started canning this, according to what Mike says. It has no date on the bottom of it. That is the only drawback, but it's a brand new offering from them, so I know it's fresh. Hopefully they'll start canning some more of their stuff and get a dating machine and all that, so they can date the bottom of the cans and stuff with. But I know this is a fresh offering because they just started canning it, guys. So up till now, everything they've done has either been available at the brewery or local restaurants there in Radford and stuff. So, or at beer festivals if you happen to go to any around the Radford, Christiansburg, Blacksburg, Roanoke area. They do quite a few of the festivals. So let's get on with this one. Commercial description: light body and color with peaches and apricots makes this summer thirst quencher you have been looking for. We think someone needs to create a fruit that blends these two perfect flavors, and they did. Alright, food pairings for this style of beer, guys. It says here, cuisine is Italian, Middle Eastern, cheeses are peppery, Monterey pepper jack, and the meat is fish. Glassware pint, Bacchanalic tumbler, mug, Stein Sidel. I'm going to use my favorite glass, the Sovereign beer glass, and not recommended for extended sellerings, being a 5% ABV beer. But you want to drink this kind of chilled, in my humble opinion. So let's pop the cap here on this, and it's coming out of the can already. It's ready to be drank. Let's get this into the glass. Very nice carbonation on that. Very nice and carbonated. Let's ease up on that aggressive pour because I don't want 10 fingers of head. I'm going to probably get 3 or 4 anyway. Very nice carbonation. Alright, about 2.5 fingers of head. Big white soapy looking bubbles around the outside. Kind of creamy up on top. Nice tangerine color. Nice peach color. Over to the light, a lot of bubbles streaming up. Nicely carbonated. Let's get a nose on it. Wow, the peaches are off the chain, guys. It's just like what it says on the can is what it is. Peaches and apricots. I mean, this is just like putting your nose on a bottle of peach schnapps. The peaches are just off the chain. I'm getting the peaches and the apricots, and it's covering up everything else. I don't know what hop that Mike uses on this, but very nice. Nice sweetness on the back end. First beer of the day. About 90 degrees up there. I'm ready for a nice cold blonde ale. Cheers. And you see the head is dissipated. It's barely covering the top of the beer. If you like peaches, you're probably going to like this. Very crisp. Very light. No alcohol taste whatsoever. The peaches are there. The apricots are there. Very citrusy. Very easy drinking. Very sessionable, if you will. I mean, a couple of these chilled down in the ice would be awesome on a hot day like today. A great beer to start off the afternoon or evening. Or if you've been working out in the yard, like I said, to come in and slam one of these or 2 of these, quench your thirst, and get right back at it. Very tasty. Reminds me of peach schnapps big time. Wow. Very delicious, guys. Very, very delicious. A great starter beer for me. The ultimate lawnmower beer, if you will. Very tasty. Well, let me take it back and let her have a sip or 2 or 3 and sip on it for a little bit. These style of beers, I usually don't let them warm up a whole lot because I like them nice and cold. But to me, that's when they're the most refreshing. So let me take it back and let her have a sip or 2, and we'll come back and see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. The other half loves it, and like I said, we've had this beer multiple times on draft and at beer festivals and stuff, and even had it at the brewery when we were there. It is a great lawnmower beer. It's what I call these kind of beers. Very light, very sessionable, nice easy drinking, thirst quenching on a nice 90-degree day like it is today. The only thing, like I said, that I can fuss about, there is no dating on it. So hopefully Mike and the guys there will be able to get some of the other equipment so they can start dating some of the stuff, and hopefully they'll be canning or bottling some more of the great beers. Mike is an awesome brewer. He does some really tasty beers. I think for what it is, for what the can says it is a very light golden ale and flavored with peaches and apricots. Very sessionable, if you will, for 5%. Ice cold, this is a great thirst quencher, almost like lemonade would be. But it's got 5% alcohol in there, which I'm not tasting or getting at all. Very well hidden. So if you're expecting big hop profile, it's not there. If you're expecting anything other than a very light, tasty golden ale, that's what this is. It is not no hop forward, hop bomb, or anything other than what it says it is on the can. A peach apricot, very light tasting golden ale. Very tasty too, I will add. So let's do the final chug and grade here. And I've only been sipping on this probably about 10, maybe 15 minutes at the very most, because I don't want it to get warm or hot on me. I like these kind of beers as cold as I can get them. Like I said, this kind of beer, iced down in a chest, I could probably throw back 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or 6 of these. I mean, one after the other. It drinks that easy. It's almost like drinking iced tea or lemonade. Very nice. Got a little semi-dry finish on the back end. A nice floral, citrusy, hot profile. And apricots and peaches, especially the peaches, are just off the chain, guys. I mean, it's massive peach aroma and taste. Very tasty. Let's do the final chug on this one. Don't want it to get hot. I would think a lot of the ladies would like this style of beer. Not too heavy, kind of sweet. A lot of peaches, a lot of apricots going on there. Nice, easy. It's very similar to a shandy would be, or maybe a hard lemonade, or a hard iced tea, or something in that line. Something with just a little kick of alcohol in there, but nice and crisp and refreshing to go with that. So, other than not having a date on it, and I know Mike just got started on this, and probably doesn't have that equipment yet, and I know this is fresh because I just started canning it. So, very tasty. To me, guys, for the style that's on the can, and this tells you that it's a golden ale flavored with the peaches and apricots, which I think it hits that nail on, hits the nail on the head with that description, because it's exactly what it tastes like to me. But it has no date, and as much as I hate to say that, Mike is a good friend of mine. I consider him a great friend. This is a 9 beer in an 8 can. I still think it's an 8 beer, but it has no date on it. So I'm just concerned this may sit on a shelf somewhere and somebody pick it up 6, 8, 10 months down the road, and it's not going to be quite as fresh and tasty as it would be if it had a date on it, where you could look on the bottom of the can and see. Now they were liable to be dating the 6-pack or the case or something like that, but if you're buying singles, which is what I did here, you're not going to have any idea down the road of how old the beer is. So, Mike, you need that dating machine, brother. I know it's an expensive little device to have, but I hate to see somebody go in and buy one of these 8, 10 months, a year down the road and be disappointed, and you lose sales of it every time. But if you know it's fresh, or if you can get by the brewery and pick some up and you know it's a fresh, I don't know how often he does this. It says year-round availability, so he's probably brewing it all the time. But yeah, guys, I'm going to give it to 8, which is an A-. If it had a date on the bottom of the can, I'd give it to 9. That's the only drawback on this as far as the taste, appearance, aroma. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's exactly what it says it is on the can. So, if you're looking for something that's going to blow your hair back or your socks off, this is not going to be it probably. But if you want something nice, crisp, light, and refreshing, something you can have 1 or 2 of these and go back to work, especially if you like the taste of peaches and apricots, this is it. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Going over to Beer Advocate, they have no scores. And a lot of the local breweries around here are everywhere. If it doesn't have a mass distribution, there's not enough ratings for people that actually write these reviews for them to put it on there. But going over to Rate Beer does have a review, and they say overall 52. I think that sucks hind titty as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, a lot of these guys that do write these reviews, unless it blows their hair back or their socks off, they're not impressed. So that's what it takes. I mean, I try to judge the beer for what it is, and I think it's a very tasty beer. So I disagree with that wholeheartedly. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it'd probably be a 90 or a 91. If it had a date on it, it'd probably be a 94 or a 95, maybe even a 96. It's pretty damn tasty on a hot day. So we're going to leave it at that. If you've had this beer or seen this beer, if you're looking for something very light, very similar to me, like a shandy would be, something with a little alcohol in it, but a nice fruitiness to go around with that. Something light, crisp, and refreshing. That's what this beer is. So we're going to leave it at that. If you've had it, let me know. And come on back tomorrow, guys. Let's go see what's in the fridge.